Hey everyone, so today we're diving into something pretty unique. How technology is changing the way we handle one of life's most profound moments. It's this new idea that's all about getting a different perspective on how we remember, right when that memory is most precious. We're talking about something called aerial eulogies. Let's just start with something we all know, right? Funerals. They are, without a doubt, some of the most meaningful, most emotional gatherings we ever experience. It's when we all come together to honor someone, to remember them, and really to celebrate their life. It's a moment of just profound connection. But here's the thing, and it's a real challenge. In the middle of all that emotion, all that grief, how much do we actually remember? I mean, really remember. It can be so overwhelming, and our memories get hazy. And that's the big question, the very problem that this new idea is trying to solve. All right, so let's dig into that challenge. This idea of a fleeting goodbye, and the whole problem of trying to remember things when we're grieving. You know, when you're in that moment of grief, your mind is, well, it's just not focused on the little things. All the faces of people who showed up, the small gestures of support, that whole feeling of community, all those details that would be so comforting to look back on, they can just become a total blur. So, if that's the problem, what's the solution? Well, it's all about bringing in a little bit of modern tech to get a whole new point of view, an aerial perspective to lock in that moment in time. Okay, so what is an aerial eulogy? Basically, it's using a drone to create a beautiful cinematic recording of a funeral service. And we're not talking about just a regular video. Think about those sweeping, really respectful shots of the location, combined with views that show everyone who gathered together. The whole point isn't just to film it, it's to capture the feeling, that sense of community and support, in a really powerful visual way. So why would someone want this? Well, the whole idea is built on 5 main reasons. We've got a unique perspective, a lasting tribute, capturing the atmosphere, respectful documentation, and even aiding in healing. Let's break these down one by one. All right, a tribute for generations. This is super important because it gets to the heart of why this matters. We're talking about something that's way more than just a video. It's about creating a tribute that lasts, something you can share, something that helps the family now and way down the road. So who really gets something out of this? Well, think about it. It's for the loved ones who couldn't make it, maybe because they live far away or aren't well enough to travel. It gives them a way to be there. It's also for future generations. Imagine being able to see this and connect with your family's story. And of course, it's for the immediate family. It gives them something they can go back to whenever they're ready to see the support that surrounded them. So what does the footage actually capture? It's not just one thing. As you can see, a big chunk, about 40%, is those amazing cinematic views. But then you've got 30% that's focused on the community, all the people who gathered, and another 20% dedicated to capturing that atmosphere of support. And finally, those small, heartfelt moments. So it's a real mix, designed to tell the whole story of the day. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. You hear drones at a funeral, and you immediately think, isn't that intrusive? Isn't that disrespectful? It's a totally valid question, so let's see how they address it. So here's how they tackled those concerns. The big worry is this thing going to be noisy and distracting? The approach is to fly the drones quietly and keep them at a respectful distance. Then there's the question of dignity. Will this disrupt the service? And the answer is that the whole thing is designed with sensitivity as the absolute #1 priority. And that's really the core principle right there. The goal is simple, to document, not to distract. The tech is supposed to be like a silent observer in the background, not some big participant in the foreground. It's all about capturing the day as it happens, naturally, without getting in the way. When you strip everything else away, the tech, the camera angles, all of it, what are we left with? Just one priority, a single focus. And that is making sure the family is comfortable and the occasion remains secret. That's it. Everything else comes second. This brings us to maybe the biggest idea of all, the digital legacy. This is where we look beyond the day itself and think about what this means for the future, for healing, and for how we remember. I mean, this quote really says it all, doesn't it? Choosing to document a funeral is about creating a legacy. It completely changes how you think about it. It's not just a service for one day. It's about building a piece of your family's history that will last for generations. So the ultimate goal here is to create a sort of digital time capsule. It's a way to make sure that the story of that day, all the love, all the support from the community is just never forgotten. It's a tool to make sure those powerful, comforting details are there forever, even if our own memories start to fade. And that's really the big takeaway. Technology is changing everything, isn't it? Even our most sacred rituals. It opens up all these new possibilities, and it leaves us with a pretty big question to think about. How are we going to choose to remember?